HCAM News is supported by our viewers and by Hopkinton Drug, located in this historic New England town since 1954. They are a multifaceted store dedicated to providing clients with an array of healthcare options.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of HCAM News. I'm HCAM News Director Tom Nappy. On today's edition of HCAM News, highlights from Week 7 of the Hillers winter sports season. The town of Hopkinton hosted a forum regarding Regional Emergency Communications Center, and we talked with Hopkinton Hillers diver Eve Weatherhead, and much more. But first, the annual pre-K lottery took place.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Lauren Dubow, Marathon Principal.
And I'm Kim Sullivan, Preschool Coordinator.
Today we are holding a lottery to determine admittance to the Hopkinton Integrated Preschool 3-year-old and 4-year-old programs. We have 70 applicants for 22 openings in the 3-year-old program and 48 applicants for 10 openings in the 4-year-old program. All families have been notified of their lottery number by the preschool coordinator, Kim Sullivan. We will fill these preschool openings via this lottery. Those offered a preschool slot via the lottery will have 1 month to confirm their spot with a non-refundable deposit. This deposit will serve as the first month's tuition. Applications that were received on February 2nd or after are not included in this lottery, and those families will be added to the wait list. And we do encourage families that are on the wait list to seek alternative preschool programming.
So how is this lottery going to work? We will be using the website random.org, and with the click of a mouse, it will generate a list of numbers for us. First, we are going to do our 3-year-old lottery. So our beginning number is 1 and our ending number is 70. And then we're going to go to sequence generator and then get sequence.
Okay, so I am going to read the numbers. This is for the 3-year-old lottery. 35, 37, 48, 69, 3, 22, 63, 1, 57, 55, 67, 4, 14, 43, 61, 62, 52, 53, 21, 24, 65, 68.
That's the top 22 for the 3-year-olds.
Okay. Going to...
Now we're going to make a new sequence, and this will be for our 4-year-olds.
I'm just going to
Numbers
take some
1.
screenshots here. We like to make sure we capture this without any concerns about the numbers. So here we are. Definitely got that. Okay, so now for the 4-year-old lottery.
So we'll generate a list of numbers 1 through 48. So in the sequence generator, 1 is the smallest, 48 is the largest. Click on get sequence, and we are going to read the top 10 numbers.
Okay, and this is for the 4-year-old lottery. 35, 31, 38, 44, 6, 10, 20, 29, 11, 16.
That's it.
Okay, and that was for the 4-year-old lottery.
So I encourage all waitlisted families to please be patient over the next few weeks as families commit to or decline their opening, and we will be in touch shortly. The lottery sequence will be available on the preschool website at some point tomorrow.
We thank you for your interest in our program. It is a fabulous program. We hope those that have a lottery spot will accept that spot, and we look forward to seeing you at school. Have a nice evening.
Bye-bye.
Hello, everybody. Tom Nappy here, and we are joined by Eve Weatherhead of the Hopkinton diving team. Eve, how are you today?
I'm good, Tom. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Now it's been a interesting season for you, I'm sure. I believe you're the only diver with the Hopkinton program. And I know they changed venues this year. They're back at Milford High School
hmm
for the season. What's your diving season been like being the only diver? And where do they have you practicing and getting ready for these meets?
so I have to drive about 30 miles each way to Wayland High School. And I dive with the Wayland team because any pool that was offered to Hopkinton Swim and Dive only had, the pool. They didn't have a diving board for me. So, Wayland was, so kind to just accept me. And the coach that, the divers have is also my club coach. So it was perfect the way it worked out that, if they had a meet, I could do my club practice and he would count as my high school coach. Or, any time that they had practice, it would work out for me as well. So that has been a very long drive for me each way, but it's still nice to have a pool and dive with other people.
Now, I know you have a very busy schedule. You're involved with a lot of after school activities. Uh, how have you managed with that dive? You still been able to practice as much as you're typically used to?
Um, yeah, I think so. Normally, I have to drive about an hour to my practices because they're all the way in Concord. So, you know, driving myself was the only big, step for me this year because I did get my license at the beginning of the season. So it was just mainly me driving myself all by myself about 40 minutes there. That was the only big shocking part for me. But, usually the schedule works out pretty well for me. The only thing that is, difficult is that it's directly right after school for me because by the time they get out of school, I have to already be there. So, you know.
Now at the meets, Milford High School, they have a diving board. So correct me if I'm wrong. You've been able to compete at the meets at Milford High School, correct?
Yes, yeah.
So how's the team been looking this year? I understand it's a younger group and they lost a lot of seniors after last year.
So this year I was chosen as a captain and because we only had a few seniors, so they needed help from, a few juniors. So me and another junior were chosen as captains. And I guess that was sort of, a way that I was tied into the team because I wasn't practicing with them. My coach still wanted me to be involved in some way. So even though they see me at meets, it was still nice that I had the aspect of me being one of their captains. So they already know who I was before the season started. So it was nice that, I get to see them at meets. I get to participate in captain things, and that was sort of involved me in some way so that the team actually knew who I was.
And for those that don't know, how long have you been diving?
I've been diving 10 years.
Oh, wow. Terrific. Do you plan to do it in college?
Yeah, I definitely think so.
Excellent. Now we just recently had the TVL showcase. Did you compete in that?
I did, yep.
And how were your results in the TVL showcase? How'd that go for you?
Um, I feel like I did as well as I could. I unfortunately was a little sick during that time, so I wasn't feeling my very best. But it was at a pool I was comfortable at. It was really cold, but other than that, I think I did all right.
That's terrific. And you're in your senior year this year, correct?
No, junior year.
Junior year. So have you started looking at schools yet and where you might compete in your college years?
Yep, yep.
But we'll keep that a secret for now.
It's a lot of, you know, junior stuff, school stuff, season stuff, college stuff. It's all been the same stuff for the past few months.
Well, Eva, I'm sure it's been an interesting season for you, but you've made it through. Do you think there's any divers that we'll see potentially in the future coming up for Hopkinton? Right now, you're the only one. Is there anyone that has expressed any interest that you know of and perhaps taken up diving?
None that I know of. I'm not sure if anyone in the middle school is going to be a rising freshman next year is looking for it, but right now it just sort of looks like me.
All right. And any competitions coming up for you?
I do have sectionals, which is on the 8th, which I'm super excited about. And then at the end of the season, we'll end it off with states that is on the 18th. So first day of February break.
Excellent. Any goals for those upcoming tournaments?
I guess just stay strong with the list I have, make it, as flawless as I possibly can. Get plenty of rest as I possibly can. From the season, I've learned I need to just rest a little, especially with the schedule I have. And yeah, just make sure everything I have is super strong so that nothing goes wrong at the meets.
All right, Eve. Well, congratulations on a great season. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and we look forward to the upcoming states as well as the districts, and wish you the best.
Thank you so much, Tom Nappy.
We are going to take a quick time out. A whole lot more ahead. Don't go anywhere. HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Phipps Insurance Agency, representing companies such as MapFree Insurance. Their family-owned independent agency is deeply rooted in the communities they serve and offer time-tested insurance products to fit individual needs. Since 1950, Phipps Insurance specializes in home, auto, business, condo, and renters insurance. Welcome back to HCAM News. Believe it or not, it is the last few weeks of the Hiller winter sports season. Here's a look at the latest. On Tuesday, January 24th, Hiller girls basketball hosted Millis. It was a 34-29 Millis lead heading into the fourth quarter.
Getting yourself crushed or rushing it.
For three, no good.
Just off the back iron, but she gets her own rebound.
Davies driving in, yes! Up top, Restagini. Flanagan.
Goes baseline. Nice.
Count it!
Nice little floater on the baseline. Get a turnover. Oh, but Millis was able to keep it.
Rice feeds it over for three. Boy, did Millis need that. Knocked down by Olivia Hockman. Or no, Haley Bassett, excuse me.
Hillers have done, trying to get possession through the jump balls.
Kane gonna feed it in. Over to Davies, who punches it out. Able to gather it up.
Again, a lot of difficulty getting that in under 5 seconds.
Kane feeds it over Finnegan.
Oh, nice give and go right there.
Turn around off the window and in. Caroline Kane.
Her first 2 points couldn't have come at a better time. Davies, huh?
I never try to predict anymore because it usually ends up wrong. Bassett hits the first. And this is a big one here. No good. Hillers could use a bucket here. Restagini for three. Yes!
Oh, big one right there.
Tegan Restagini gives the Hillers the lead.
41 seconds to go. That is the biggest bucket of the night so far.
No good. Millis has to work quick.
Yeah, they got to play some full court D here.
Here's Rice. Feeds it back, driving in. And that'll do it.
Tight defense on the Hillers to finish it off. No fouls.
The Hillers hang on.
And there was some contact there, but no fouls called, and that's a big win for the Hillers. They come back from down 5 after 3 to win 39-38.
The Hillers outscore Millis 10-4 in the quarter and end up taking the game 39-38. Hiller girls improved to 3-9 with the upset win. Also on Tuesday, Hiller Wrestling hosted Keefe Tech. Here's a look.
You stand control and you take a shot. Yeah, on the hand.
Hopkinton took the win 54-22 and improved to 4-2 on the season. On Wednesday, January 25th, Hiller Boys Hockey hosted Medway. They got the scoring going early and often in the first period.
And here he goes. Carraza and Mara, this is danger. Mara across to Carraza, backhander in. And that is actually going to be number 18, Cam McPherson, who met him up the ice and popped it in. Sir leaves it behind. Hayward sent across. Approaching, shot in! What a great shot by Dylan Manser! Comfortable now, is looking for more pressure here. Left behind by Manser. Zolotarev takes a shot, wow! Vasily Zolotarev, the senior, bringing the heat. By Bahari. Getting in the way there, Mara puts it in! Mara intercepts it and goes blocker side to make it 4-0.
Hiller's net 4 goals in the first period and would end up taking the game by a final of 6-0. Hopkinton improves to 10-2 on the season. On Thursday, January 26th, Hiller Swimming and Dive hosted Norwood and celebrated senior night. Here's a look.
Olivia, she's gonna do it. Come on, Olivia.
Wow, she's got the girl.
She's got her. Let's see.
I love it.
Oh, the other girl's, whoa, what a swim by Olivia Scalora.
Nice.
Beautiful. Yeah, his,
But he already qualified in the event or two, right?
he did not qualify in this, but he qualified, Davis has qualified for, states in the 100 fly and the 100 back, and sectionals in the 200 IM. Very nice swim by Davis Pishoff. All right, let's see how she does coming off the turn.
I'm surprised at that, to be honest. I'm surprised.
You're surprised that her best time's a 108?
Faster than that, but
Yeah, the qualifying time.
She's got that girl back there.
The qualifying time's at 59, so
What?
the qualifying time's at 59, so she would have to drop a lot.
Well, she dropped
But
time.
she
if
definitely
that's-
dropped
if she
time.
dropped that much, yeah.
She is she's a freshman. She's been having a great season.
Awesome, yeah.
So she took first, Norton took second and third. I believe. I think the Norton swimmer is 50 yards behind. All right, nice swim by the Hopkinton boys, the 400 free. Owen Picard is finishing strong. And there he goes, nice. All right, big shout out for Maggie McCarthy. Sadly, she is homesick. If Eve doesn't make it as a diver, she could be an announcer. Very nice. And that's Connor. And that's it. There are only 4 seniors on the team this year.
Was Declan the guy with the hats?
Declan is the guy with the caps.
Yeah, I was seeing it.
Hopkinton ended up taking the win on the boys' side, 89-66. On the girls' side, Norwood took the 81-73 win. On Friday, January 27th, Hiller boys basketball hosted Medway. Wally Hannaberry and Steve Spector on the call.
On him. He's going to get rid of that. And he comes down
There
the
it is.
lane. Puts a layup.
Oh, yes.
And he gets it. And he's going to shoot one.
That's exactly what we're looking for, right on cue.
There. Big rebound for Dyson Rock. Gets over Iannelli, who's looking across the court for Tommy Chatton for 3. Oh, and he does not get it.
There it is.
But Dysenroth gets the rebound. He puts in a layup for 2. And Mitch Simulus, who gets it to Tommy Chatton, who drives the lane.
Sweet.
The layup, and he hits it. Fans don't have to get
Gotta
too
launch
upset.
Oh! It's a good effort. There's a steal.
By Hyman. Oh, but it gets tipped to Jack Gold, who flips it over to Simon, who puts up a 3.
Oh, man.
It just rattles around and goes in.
Steal, too.
Same kid. Here he comes again, and he gets it over. Nope, it missed.
Oh,
and there's a bucket for Reisman.
It was a great back and forth battle, but Medway took the win 54-48. The town of Hopkinton recently hosted a forum regarding a regional emergency communications center. Here's a look.
So my hope is that the town comes together and presents their cases. The board makes a decision based on what they're hearing, and the town gets the best decision for the town. And we'll carry on with whatever that decision is.
The town of Hopkinton hosted an informational session about entering into a regional emergency communications center along with other nearby communities.
Here, for all of the locations in the town, as well as, they're not going to be picking it up. It's a familiar voice that you may hear up here. It's going to be at a regional dispatch center. My experience on that is that the regional dispatch center, you become part of their center, and they learn all of the nuances of your town at that center and the personnel there.
This may be a little far-fetched, but there's a point to it. With respect to these 4 towns, say some almost national type of disaster happened. Say there was a bombing in all these 4 towns, but the hardest hit was Hopkinton, and Grafton would like to take care of their own people. Isn't there a conflict of interest in a situation like that?
Sure. Thank you for the question. So that's a very good question. So certainly those type of incidents, yes, certainly those types of incidents should be identified previously in any community's comprehensive emergency management plan, which is required by the federal government and is updated annually. And so they would identify what resources needed to be sent, whether they be in from a wreck or not. Having grown up in the neighboring town here to Hopkinton, is that I follow all the news in Metro West every day. And so I constantly see resources being moved from Westboro to Southboro to Ashland to Marlboro, et cetera. So, having those multiple resources available and already identified ahead of time for response capabilities is part of having a comprehensive emergency management plan.
Right now, Norman had mentioned it's more about efficiency than savings. And I honestly believe that. I mean, I think we probably made it pretty clear that there won't be a cost savings with it. However, I don't think that there will be an efficiency savings. As Donnie Collins said, right now we have 2 dispatchers round the clock. During the day, we have a dispatch supervisor present. When the wheels fall off of something, they come together. If a major event is going to happen and we know about it, such as a weather event, we call in another dispatcher. We're never going to be able to foresee the future and know that some national tragedy, a local tragedy takes place. That's the nature of emergency service, and that's what we have to do. However, there are safeguards built into that. Some of the things that are being brought up that will that are concerns about making it easier to dispatch are already safeguards built in. If we get increased number of 911 calls.
It's time to tell you about some happenings in town you should know about. On Saturday, March 25th, starting at 10 a.m. at the Hopkinton Town Common, it's the Friends of Hopkinton Family Fling. That is Saturday, March 25th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Hopkinton Town Common. There'll be entertainment, activities, and food, and many good times. We have a few pictures of the week. Here's one of them. The Hopkinton Dover Sherborne Girls Co-op Hockey Team celebrated their 9 seniors prior to their game with Medway. You could view a full collection of the photos that are seen in Hopkinton. The town of Hopkinton responded to a power outage caused by this. A tree knocked down, which took down power lines due to some very high winds and cold that hit the area this past weekend. This photo is courtesy of the town of Hopkinton. And the veterans met up for their monthly breakfast on February 3rd at the Hopkinton Senior Center. Here are several of the veterans showing off scenes such as Iwo Jima and more. You can see the photo at our website, hcam.tv. Upcoming town government meetings include on Monday, February 13th at 7 p.m. We'll have the Zoning Advisory Committee meeting airing live on HCAM TV. On Tuesday, February 14th at 6 p.m., you can catch the Select Board meeting live on HCAM TV. For all upcoming meetings airing on HCAM, head over to hcam.tv/gov. And for more information about town government meetings, you can head over to hopkintonma.gov. Believe it or not, we are out of time for this edition of HCAM News, but don't worry, next Wednesday at 6:30 p.m., we'll be back. For everyone here at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. As always, we thank you for watching. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.